Good morning. Today I'm going to be making a Italian tomato zucchini, and I'll be canning it also. I have tomatoes, zucchini. These are from our garden. The tomatoes are not. I have some organic celery. I have a bell pepper, onion, garlic, and Italian seasoning. And that's about it. I will get these all prepared and then we'll be right back. Well, I'm back now. Finishing up I'm going to smash my garlic. Mine aren't very big, so I've got quite a few pieces of garlic here, but I just want to get it throughout the dish. I think that's probably good enough. So it calls for two cloves of garlic. I don't know, I'm putting about a tablespoon of garlic in the pot. Okay, and then it calls for 3 pounds of tomatoes. It says some people skin them, some people don't. I don't. I'm not too picky. I've got them cut in, I think it's about 1/2-inch square pieces. These are Roma tomatoes, about 3 pounds. Oh, don't want to lose any of them. Put that in the pot. Okay, and I've got 1 bell pepper in about 1/2-inch to 3/4-inch chunks. Dump that in the pot. Got 1 large onion, or 1.5 small to medium onions. I like them in bite-sized pieces. You can cut them smaller if you like. Put that in the pot. And then I have celery cut into 1/2-inch pieces. It calls for 2 stalks. I have about 4 small stalks, about maybe a cup. And I have 3 pounds of zucchini. They're sliced down the center and cut into 1/2-inch, 3/4-inch pieces. If you want, you can cut them in dump pieces. Probably what I'll do. I'll put these in the pot. Oh, I got some salt and some Italian seasoning. I'll put that in there and I'll meet you over at the stove. Okay, I added about a teaspoon and a half of salt and a tablespoon of Italian seasoning in there. I did cut my zucchini up into smaller chunks. I'm going to stir that all in there. Bring it to a boil and cook it for about 10-15 minutes. And then we will jar it up and...
You might explain the liquid part of it.
I didn't add any liquid to it because as the tomatoes and squash cook down, they'll start releasing their water.
And that will be your liquid.
And that'll be the liquid. You don't have to add anything to it. And that.
And we'll be back.
We'll be back when we're just about finished cooking. Okay, now this has been cooking for 15 minutes. Everything's nice and hot. I'm going to turn it down and keep it going the whole time I'm canning while I'm filling the jars. There you go. Be right back as I get set up for putting it all in jars for canning. So I've got my hot jar here. I'm going to put this in there, pour this in. We go up to about the 1-inch mark. I think I put too much in there. And that's okay. We just Okay, can we pull some out? Put it back in there because I don't have my next jar quite ready. Now, I am going to put a 1/4 teaspoon of citric acid in there. It replaces lemon juice, doesn't add any flavor. We put that in there, and we take we make sure we debubble. Even though I poured this in there with the liquid and everything, you need to debubble. Then we take a paper towel with a little bit of vinegar and we wipe the rim and the outside edge. Take a clean lid, put your band on it, finger tight, just with your fingers and it won't go no more. That's good. Do that. I put boiling water in my jars so I could keep them hot while I'm doing this. I'll do one more jar on camera. One 1/4 teaspoon of citric acid. Push that down in there, debubble. Take your vinegar soaked paper towel or cloth, wipe your rim and around the outside edge. Take another ring, lid and ring. That's good. Put it in the canner. The canner's got 2.5 to 3 inches of water in it, as per the manufacturer's recommendation for my canner. Okay, now we'll be back when we get ready to go. Thanks. Okay, we got exactly 6 pints out of that recipe. I will get the canner all set up, and when it starts steaming, we put the lid on, we let it steam for 10 minutes to get rid of all of the air in there, and I'll come back at that point and show you. I guess I should be showing you this. Got my little cheaters in here so that I have it exactly level, and I take opposite sides and start putting them on. And then you go through and tighten it up.
You get your cheaters out of there.
Yeah. Of course I got that one tight. There. Now I can get it out. There we go. So we will, and then we'll bring this up, and when a steady steam comes out of here for 10 minutes, then we'll put our weight on there and we will can it for 30 minutes. We'll be back when it's ready for putting the weight on. I don't know if you can see the steam but you can hear it. We have 11 seconds left before we put on our weight. And for my altitude, I have to go with the 15 pounds. I don't know if you can see that on there or not. But we will put that on there, and then we will wait for it to come up to 50. I can this at 14 pounds pressure. Mine goes up 14 and a half pounds. And I will do that for 30 minutes. And as always, do your research before you can. This is not an approved recipe that I know of. The zucchini and tomatoes, you can. There's a recipe. I'll put it down in the link below along with the recipe that I used. But I added the bell pepper and the onion and the garlic and the celery to it, making it, I don't know if they'd approve of it, but I did the research. And for the bell peppers and the onion and the celery, it cans at 20 to 25 minutes on that. So I think canning the 30 minutes on the zucchini tomatoes is safe enough for me and my family. Like I said, it's a decision you have to make on your own. But we love it, and I'll bring it back when it starts jiggling, and we'll go from there. Alright, we started the jiggling. I shouldn't have done that, but I did. It will do that 4 times in a minute on average. And I'm using a gauge, so let me show you my gauge here. And it's at 14 and a half pounds. So we'll keep it at roughly at the 14 and a half pounds pressure for 30 minutes. I got my fire a little bit high, that's why it hasn't slowed down. So I will turn my fire down. And watch it closely. If it goes below the 14 pounds of pressure, we have to start our time all over again. That's why I want to monitor it very closely. Okay, there we go. That's 1. We'll say 2. 3. 4. About 4 times in 1 minute. All right. We'll come back when it's all completely done, because I have to let it cool down. When it depressurizes, we let it set for 10 minutes after it's zero pressure in there, and then we open it up. And I'll be back at that point. Okay, it's all depressurized. It's been setting for a while. Take that out there. I don't know where my jar lifter went off to, so I'm gonna take this out this way. Smells good. Take the last one out. Let me close that window real quick. This one will be easier for me to grab here. But there you go. All cooked up and ready to go. Now these will sit for 24 hours, and then I will remove my bands and wash the jars up and label them for eat later on. Thanks for watching, and like I said, I'll have the recipe and everything down in the description below. Y'all have a great day. Bye.